Good afternoon, everyone. It's just about 1 o'clock on Tuesday, and as promised, I'm going to do this video showing you how to make this card. This card was featured on my blog Monday, and it's a simple case card, as they call it, clean and simple. It's monochromatic. It only has 2 colors. And what I like best about this card is that it's a night scene. And I originally wasn't going to use the Santa. Originally I was just going to do the trees and leave it at that. And I thought it needed just a little bit of something else. And I like the little silhouette of Santa flying in the air. I think he's kind of cute. So I'm just going to wait another few seconds to make sure I'm on and I'm facing the right way. Oh, I am. Yay. It's always up in the air with me, but I think I have this whole Facebook Live thing figured out. It only took a couple tries. Okay, so I'm going to get started. My card base for today's card is my usual 11 by 4 1/4, so 11 and then 4 1/4, and then it is scored at 5 1/2 inches in, and then I just closed it shut. Now we're going to be using this pattern of paper. It's from the Merry Music Designer Series paper. It's actually specialty paper because you get extra, it's thinner and you get extra sheets as opposed to just the regular 2. I think that's right. I'm second guessing myself now that I'm live. So we're using this one here. The paper in the pack is black and white, and it's all musical. So like you can see this one, it has like music notes on the back of it. This one, I'm not sure what language that is. That's a good question. Maybe it's all different kinds of languages. But they do have some English. So there's Silent Night, Holy Night, and Christ the Savior is born. So I probably should have figured that out. I don't know what languages those are. Okay, so this DSP is a 4 by 4. It's a square, and I just cut it at an angle. And well, let's see here. I'll measure it. The bottom is 2 1/2, so it looks like I went from 2 1/2 to 4. Let me just measure that let me mark that because let's be accurate. That's what I did. So 2 1/2, I'm just going to mark it with a pen. So when I do my cutting, I know where I'm aiming. Okay, so I'm going to take my cutter and I'm going to put, let's see, can you see? Yes. Okay, so I'm going to put the one end in the one groove, and then I'm going to find my marking of 2 1/2, or did I say 2 1/2? Or 2 1/4? Hold on. 2 1/2. Okay, so 2 1/2 is that down here, and then my other end, my corner piece, is going to be up there, so I can get the diagonal I want. And then we're going to hope this works. Oops, wrong one. Ta-da! And that's how you get the diagonal paper. So that's my cheat sheet. So then we're just going to adhere that down with some adhesive. Line it up, you know, about there or so. Okay. Next, we're going to take a basic black cardstock. I have cut it at 4 7/8 by 3 3/8. Okay. And then I have a Whisper White that's going to go on it, and this is 4 3/4 by 3 1/4 inches, and they're just going to be layered on one on top of the other. The black is matted underneath it. I'm going to use the Softly Falling embossing folder, which I used 2 videos again. As you can see, it's like an absolute favorite of mine. I just love the texture that it has, and depending on where you put your paper in the folder, you can either get lots of dots, or if you put it down closer this way, it actually starts off with fewer dots, and then you only get a lot more at the bottom. but depending on where you put it in your folder, you get a different look. And I think that makes the embossing folder very versatile, and you can do a lot with it. Okay, so let me grab, this lug of a thing, my Big Shot. And let's see, we're gonna put my Whisper White. Can you see me? Okay. I want lots of dots, so I'm gonna put it towards the bottom. And I'm going to sandwich my plate in there. Oh, and show it who's boss. That's what I always say. Oh, that thing is quite heavy. And then you open up your folder and you get this beautiful Whisper White paper with lots of texture on it. I love texture in my cards. The more texture, the better. So we're just going to adhere the Whisper White over the basic black. I do lots of matting in my cards. I love scrapbooking, and I'm always teased because I can't not mat when it comes to scrapbooking. All my pictures have to be matted. I'm just kind of crazy like that. So we're going to adhere that down. I'm just looking, should I put it that way or should I put it that way? No, I think I like it that way. Okay. So we're just going to glue up the corners. And, you know, you just kind of eyeball it like there. Ta-da. Okay. Getting there. Next, we're going to we're going to make our trees. We're using the 2 trees that come with the Card Front Builder Thinlits dies. And I just love their simplicity. I love the movement in them. And I wanted to mimic the DSP that we used for the bottom of the card here. And, you know, technically, obviously, trees don't come with letters on them. But in card world, they can. So I just took my DSP again, the ones with all the the languages that I don't know what languages they are, but all the languages, and I just cut out trees. I'm not going to do it now because I figured I would do more card magic and just have them appear already cut out. But you would put your framelits in, run them through the Big Shot, and then you would get these trees. So all I did was position them on my card front. Now, I originally was thinking having them be closer to the left, and then I kind of like them more to the right. So play with it. You can put them on however you want. I even considered having this guy here go over the words. Oops. So like instead of having them underneath, maybe having them a little bit over. So play with it however you'd like it. It's yours to design. Okay, so we're just going to put a little adhesive. This card is super easy. There's not many products that it requires. You can certainly, what's that phrase I want to say? You could like whip out a whole bunch of them at one time, mass produce them, in other words. You know, you could do all your diagonals and all your Whisper Whites. It's really easy. You could very easily mass produce this card. Okay, so there we go. Okay, next we're going to stamp Mr. Santa. Isn't he cute? I do like him. He comes from the Hearts Come Home stamp set, which I've used 2 times ago. I used the Joy to the World, but this time we're using Mr. Santa with his reindeer. Now, Stampin' Up! Has 2 basic black colors that they sell. There's the Archival Basic Black and the Memento Tuxedo Black. What's the difference? So the Memento Black is water-based, and the Archival is not oil-based, not water-based. It's oh my goodness, what's that word? It'll come to me. I blame my kids for my brain. Anyway, so the Memento is nice. It doesn't give quite as crisp a look, so you know, it's nice. It's just not as dark. And it can't be used for watercoloring because it is water-based. It will smear all over the place if you try and use it for watercoloring. So don't use that for watercoloring. Technically, I'm not watercoloring. However, I really wanted a nice dark Hi, Amy. Amy, what's the archival base? It's not water base. I'm drawing a complete blank. This is so bad. Anyways, I'll figure it out. Or maybe Amy will comment. Anyway, so I'm not watercoloring, but I did want a nice dark black look. And so I am using the archival basic black. And let's see here, I'll do a little tester here so you can compare the two. Oh, hold on. Try that again. See, he's just a lot darker than this guy up here. Alcohol base, thank you. I knew you'd come to my rescue. I just could not think of it for the life of me. Wow, that's pretty bad. Okay, doesn't matter. So we're gonna ink up my little Santa really well. And let's see, I think I'm gonna put him right about there. Now we're just gonna kind of aim and hope he goes on well. That's what I did before. Hope for the best. Oh, beautiful. Not bad. It's a little nerve-wracking doing it live, whether it's gonna work or not. So there's Mr. Santa. He's adorable. Actually, we need that for our sentiment. And he just goes right onto the card. Now, if I were to have messed up and that didn't come out clean and crisp, I probably would have stamped him on a separate little white and just adhere him over. And no one would have been none the wiser. Okay, for our little sentiment here, which goes at the bottom, I'm using a teeny weeny little strip of white. This is 3 1/4 by 1/2. 3 1/4 by 1/2. And I'm actually using the Merry Christmas. Where is it? There it is. Merry Christmas sentiment from the At Home With You. I just wanted a little teeny tiny sentiment, and so I went looking through all my stamps, and sure enough, the At Home With You had one. So again, I'm not watercoloring, so I don't technically need the archival black, but I really want a nice dark black sentiment. So this is where, are you good at stamping things center? Okay, so I'm inking up my Merry Christmas, and we are going to say that's center. You could measure it out, but you know, why? Why? When if you mess up, all you have to do is cut yourself a new one. Okay, so there's our Merry Christmas. And let's see here. That's the one I'm following. And oh look, I glued my trees a little higher than I did in the original. See, every one will come out a little different, which is okay. So then I'm just gonna glue it up and glue it down. Oops. And there you go. Easy peasy. This is so easy. Anyone can do this. Honestly, no kidding. And you could switch it up. You could switch out the paper and use more red and green traditional colors and have the trees matching, or you can keep it pretty simple. Now, if you happen to be watching and you haven't made a comment, feel free to shout out a quick hi to me. I am checking my computer because I will send you a free, free card courtesy of watching. I appreciate the support. Okay, ladies, that's it for today. Thank you for watching my video. And hi, Gia. I'm hoping to be back next Tuesday with another video. Like I said, I'm really trying to make these weekly, and always look forward to you showing your support and watching. So thank you, everyone. Have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.